With every brotherhood, there are unspoken signs and codes we all share, and Harley-Davidson owners know them well. You know the drill when the cops are just around the corner or when a fellow rider's stranded on the side of the road. In today's video, I'm going to break down those signs and what they really mean. Coming in at number 9, the stoplight revving ritual. You probably see, you're sitting at a red light, sipping on your coffee, and when the Harley next to you suddenly growls like it's about to take off, but it doesn't. The light's still red, and yet they keep twisting the throttle like they're trying to summon thunder. To an outsider, it might look a whole lot like showing off, but trust me, there's a method to the madness. First, older Harley-Davidsons, especially the carbureted ones, need just a little extra love to stay running at idle. Unlike modern fuel-injected bikes that self-adjust, these machines rely on their riders to keep them breathing. A little rev here and there keeps them from coughing out in the middle of traffic. Then there's the cooling factor. Harleys run air-cooled engines, which mean they depend on movement to stay at a reasonable temperature. When they're idling at a stop, they're basically just cooking themselves. Revving helps circulate oil and push air through, keeping things from overheating, a necessary evil, especially on a hot day. And let's be real, part of it is about the sound. That low, guttural growl isn't just for fun, it's a statement. It tells the world there's a Harley in the vicinity, and it's not whispering. So next time you see one of these guys revving at a stoplight, don't assume it's just for show. It's about function, survival, and maybe just a little bit of attitude. Number 8, the Harley uniform. Ever notice that senior Harley-Davidson riders seem to have a dress code? Black leather jackets, black gloves, black boots, everything black. It's not just fashion, it's function. Leather's the best material for riding gear. It's tough, durable, and protects against road debris, wind, and in the worst case scenario, a crash. And black, it hides dirt better than any other color. Long-distance riders don't want to stop and clean their gear after every ride, so black is the practical choice. But there's more to it. The black leather jacket's been a symbol of rebellion since the post-World War II era. When veterans returned home and turned to motorcycles, they adopted this rugged style. Over time, it became synonymous with freedom, independence, and the outlaw spirit Harley riders embody. And let's be honest, it just looks right. A blacked-out Harley, a black leather jacket, and a dark visor, that is the definition of road ready. If you think the uniform's the only thing that sets Harley-Davidson riders apart, wait till you hear about number 7. Number 7, the Brotherhood. If you ever watched a group of senior Harley riders roll down the highway, you might wonder why they always seem to travel in packs. It's not just for show. The Harley-Davidson community operates on an unspoken rule. No rider gets left behind. If a Harley rider breaks down on the side of the road, another Harley rider will stop to help. No introductions needed, no questions asked. If you're on 2 wheels, you're part of the family. This sense of loyalty doesn't end on the road. When a rider's in trouble, whether it's a crash, a mechanical failure, or even financial hardship, the community steps up. Fundraisers, charity rides, a donation campaign appears almost instantly. It's an old-school code of honor built on respect, duty, and a shared passion for the ride. Outsiders might not fully grasp this level of dedication. To them, it might seem excessive. Why go out of your way for someone you barely know? But to seasoned Harley riders, this is more than just about motorcycles. It's about brotherhood. It's about knowing that if the road ever turns against you, there'll always be someone right behind you, ready to help. That's the Harley way. Number 6 on our list, the secret handshake of the road. Harley hand signals. Ever see a rider tap the top of their helmet? That's not them adjusting their gear. That's biker code for police up ahead, keep it cool. And if you catch one flashing 2 fingers down, that's not some hippie peace sign. That's a heads up to fellow riders. Keep both wheels down, stay safe. Then there's the flapping hand palm down. That ain't some fancy wave. It means slow it down. Maybe there's road debris, a nasty speed trap, or a sudden turn waiting to throw you off your line. These signals aren't just for fun. They're survival tools. Unlike cars, bikes don't come with bumpers and airbags. When you're straddling an engine with the road inches below you, you count on your brothers and sisters to watch your 6. To the untrained eye, it might look like a bunch of random gestures, but for seasoned Harley riders, it's second nature. It's how we keep each other in one piece, and this is just the start. Number 5, why Harley riders treat their bikes like their girlfriend. To someone outside the Harley world, it might seem excessive, naming their bikes, talking about them like old friends, spending hours polishing every inch of chrome. But to a seasoned Harley rider, that bike isn't just a machine, it's a partner, a companion, a part of their soul. Every dent, every scratch, every aftermarket mod has a story. That long ride through the Rockies, that near wipeout on the highway, that unforgettable road trip with friends, the bike was there through all of it. Some riders keep their Harleys for decades, refusing to trade them in. Some pass them down like family heirlooms, ensuring the legacy continues. And the cleaning? That's not just about keeping it looking sharp. It's about respect. It's a ritual, a way of saying thanks to the machine that's carried them through miles of roads, through good days and bad. It's the same reason cowboys take care of their horses. If it carries you forward, you take care of it. So if you ever see an old school Harley rider waxing their bike like it's a prized possession, now you know. That's not just a motorcycle. It's history on two wheels. Modifications. The loud exhaust stock pipes, too quiet. So they swap them out for something so loud it wakes up everyone within a 5-mile radius. The worst part, they don't always remap the fuel injection or rejet the carburetor so the bike runs lean and loses efficiency. And what's the big performance gain for all this racket? A whopping 3 horsepower boost. Yet all that effort for something you won't even notice unless you're running a dyno. Then there's the ape hanger handlebars, because who doesn't want to ride with their hands above their heads like they're on a roller coaster? Besides looking ridiculous, these bars make the bike harder to control and require excessive hydraulic and cable modifications just to function. And yet no one seems to know who started this trend or why. Comfort? Absolutely not. Style? Debatable at best. Finally, there's the hardtail build, because apparently having rear suspension is just too mainstream. Some of these bikes also come with a primitive Springer or girder front fork, giving you the ride quality of a brick on a gravel road. Builders claim it's about aesthetics, but let's be real, motorcycles have had proper suspension since the 1920s for a reason. Number 3. Dropping a fortune. Here's a wild fact for you. Some Harley riders spend more on customizing their bikes than they did buying them. We're talking $20,000, $30,000, even sometimes more just on upgrades. That's a whole new bike's worth of chrome pipes and leather. But for them, it's not just spending, it's investing in an identity. See, Harley isn't just a motorcycle, it's a blank slate. Unlike those factory-optimized sports bikes, a Harley is meant to be built. It's meant to be unique. Every scratch, every custom part, every tweak all tells a story. You don't just ride a Harley, you wear it like a badge. And it's not just about looks. Performance, big air intakes, fuel tuning, high-performance cams. They don't just want power, they want power you can feel in your bones. Then there's status. A fully customized Harley isn't just a bike, it's a signature. It's a declaration that this isn't just another motorcycle off the lot, it's personal, it's earned. And in Harley culture, that's everything. Next, we tackle one of the biggest mysteries. Why do Harley riders leave their turn signals on for miles? Is it a glitch or is there a method to the madness? Number 2. Ever been stuck behind a Harley watching that blinker go for miles without a single turn? You're not just witnessing some secret biker code. It's just old school mechanics at play. Unlike modern cars, which shut off the signal once the wheel straightens, many Harley-Davidsons, especially older ones, rely on the rider to manually cancel the turn signals. Now, you might be wondering, why don't they just turn it off? Simple. Harley riders get lost in the ride. While sport bike riders take sharp, aggressive turns, Harleys are all about cruising. Feeling the road, soaking in the moment. Between shifting gears, listening to that signature rumble and just enjoying the ride, a blinking light is the last thing on their mind. And let's be honest, when you're riding a machine that feels like it was built to shake the ground, a tiny flashing bulb isn't exactly a priority. So, the next time you see a Harley rolling down the highway with a forgotten signal, don't assume they don't know. It's just part of the ride. But if you think that's odd, wait till you find out why Harley riders rev their engines at stoplights. That one, it's got a reason, and it's not just for show. Number 1. Harley-Davidson riders, especially the senior ones, follow their own set of rules. They've been on the road long enough to know exactly what they like, and they don't care what anyone else thinks. Some people see them as loud, old-fashioned, and stuck in their ways, but that's not the whole picture. Harley riders aren't out to impress anyone. They're not chasing speed, tech, or trends. They're chasing freedom. And that's something you can't explain to someone who hasn't felt it. Take the leather jackets and tattoos. To outsiders, it might look like a costume, a way to fit in. But for Harley riders, it's not about appearances. It's about heritage. The road wears you down, and a good leather jacket isn't just for show. It's protection. The tattoos, that's a history book inked onto their skin, each one with a story, a memory, a mile traveled. And then there's the sound. The loud pipes aren't just about making noise. Senior Harley riders know that rumble isn't just music, it's communication. That distinct V-twin roar lets people know you're coming, and in some cases, it's kept more than a few riders safe on the highway. There's a reason why they say loud pipes save lives. And let's talk about the machines themselves. Modern riders might look at a Harley and ask why anyone would choose a heavy air-cooled cruiser over a sleek high-tech sports bike. But here's the thing, Harley riders aren't in a hurry. They don't need an inline four screaming at 14,000 RPMs. They want a low-end grunt, something that shakes your bones and reminds you that you're riding a machine, not a computer on wheels. Harley riders aren't interested in the next big thing. Electric bikes, fancy rider aids, they don't need them. They trust their instincts, their experience, and their connection to the road. That's why you see senior riders still rocking bikes that are decades old, machines that have seen more miles than most people's cars. And no, they're not out there for approval. They don't care if someone thinks their bike's outdated or if a sport bike rider scoffs at their choice. They ride because they love it, because every twist of the throttle is a reminder of why they started in the first place. So, next time you see a senior Harley rider on the road, don't assume they're just trying to be rebellious or stuck in the past. They found something real, something that lasts, and if you don't get it, that's fine. They're not here to explain it to you. They're here to ride. Which one of these Harley traditions have you noticed? Did we leave anything out? Let us know in the comments below.